There's a simple yet powerful question we can all ask ourselves, no matter what role we play in life, whether we're students, professionals, entrepreneurs, or leaders. Have I truly done my job to the best of my ability? It's a straightforward question, but often not an easy one to answer. More often than not, we respond to it instinctively, perhaps influenced by personal bias, overconfidence, or emotional guesswork, rather than with a calm, structured, and neutral reflection. But this question deserves more. It calls for a methodical self-assessment done by you for you. And to answer it meaningfully, we need a framework that helps us evaluate our work with honesty, depth, and clarity. Let's walk through such a framework, a step-by-step guide that allows you to conduct a mindful self-review, and in doing so, grow not just in performance, but in purpose and self-awareness. Step 1. Revisit the objective. Begin by re-examining the goal itself. What was the intended outcome? Was the original objective realistic and achievable in the given circumstances? Sometimes we set a goal based on our initial understanding of a situation. But as things evolve, the conditions change, and so does the viability of that goal. During your review, assess the relevance of your original objective in the light of what actually unfolded. Ask, given what I know now, does the outcome I achieved still align with the purpose I started with? Step 2. Reflect on the starting point. Look back at the inputs and initial conditions you had when the journey began. What resources, information, or support were provided? Were they sufficient, or did new needs arise as the situation evolved? Did you realize too late that more input was required? Sometimes, we discover in hindsight that we had overlooked a key resource or failed to identify a tool or support already available to us. These hidden inputs become valuable lessons for future endeavors. Also ask, was there another starting point I could have considered? One that leveraged past efforts, insights, or experiences from others. We don't always need to start from scratch. Sometimes the most powerful step forward is built on someone else's groundwork, wisdom passed on, lessons already learned. Recognizing these can save time, energy, and unnecessary reinvention. Step 3. Evaluate the chosen path. With your objective revalidated and your inputs re-examined, reflect on the path you chose. Were there multiple valid approaches? Did you select the one that delivered the greatest value with the available resources? You don't need to justify your past decisions. You simply need to understand them. Clarity here helps build confidence in your planning process and sharpens your ability to choose wisely in the future. Step 4. Validate the execution. Now assess the steps you took along the way. Did each step naturally and effectively lead to the next? Did you fully leverage the outcomes of one stage to support the success of the next? Were your actions compliant with the applicable rules, processes, or expectations? Every step should either bring you closer to your goal or enable the next step to do so. If a step broke the flow, created inefficiency, or required unnecessary repetition, take note of it. This insight is gold. It's where growth hides. If constraints forced you into a deviated path due to time or resource limitations, check. Did this deviation serve the objective well, or did it compromise the quality of the outcome? Step 5. Compare the outcome to the intention. Now that you've reached the end, measure your outcome. Ideally, your result should be quantifiable in quality, impact, timeliness, or other meaningful dimensions. Ask yourself, does the final outcome reflect the intention with which you began? Does it meet the core purpose of the objective, not just in form but in substance? Is this result sustainable, or is it a transient outcome that won't last? Sustainability matters. A fleeting success may look impressive for a moment but offers little value in the long run. Evaluate whether the result you produced will hold its ground and continue to serve its purpose. And if your result is actionable, check. Are the right people empowered to take the next steps from here? Good work is not just about creating outcomes, it's about ensuring that outcomes evolve into meaningful action in the hands of the right owners. Why this review matters. This isn't just a checklist, it's a process of self-honesty, of reconnecting with your actions and intentions. A mindful self-review does more than improve outcomes. It uncovers blind spots, reveals hidden strengths, and sharpens your ability to course correct in real time. Every milestone you pass offers a chance to pause, reflect, and refine. These small windows of reflection, when used consciously, can profoundly transform the way you work and the way you live. Make it a practice. The power of self-review grows when it becomes a regular rhythm. You can design your own review cycle, daily, weekly, or at project milestones. The key is to treat it not as a ritual, but as a gift to your own growth. Each cycle of self-review enhances your awareness, improves your performance, and deepens your connection with your purpose. So the next time you ask yourself, have I done my job to the best of my ability? Don't settle for a hasty answer. Reflect with intention, review with depth, grow with clarity. Because when you own your journey with awareness, success doesn't just happen, it becomes inevitable.